The Northern Territory government will today release its response after an investigation into the rape of a 2-year-old girl in Tennant Creek.
But one of its own ministers has called on the media to stop covering the story.
The rape of a 2-year-old girl in Tennant Creek last month has sparked an emotional response, but today some of the answers will be provided to serious questions that have been raised since the horrific incident came to light.
Can you guarantee that there's been no case where a child has been in an unsafe environment and has had their case closed with this process? Can you guarantee that?
As I said, we went through a process that was very strict and very clear about the ways that cases were closed.
The government will today release its response following an investigation into the horrific incident. It's understood that investigation has found that Child Protection Authorities should have acted to remove the child after at least 20 notifications were made about her family. A major audit of all child protection notifications has now begun.
We will be going through a process of reviewing, as we said, cases where there has been more than one notification to make sure that we have made the right decisions in those cases, and that process is still happening.
But not everyone in the government is happy about the spotlight being shone on the tragic events in Tennant Creek.
We don't want any more national coverage. I think the local people have learnt a very harsh lesson in when you open your doors to the media. So we're not denying that a story had to be told, but people are now saying enough is enough, and we don't need outsiders continuing to exploit our vulnerabilities.
Jerry McCarthy is a local member in Tennant Creek. He was also the Corrections Minister when most of the atrocities were committed in the NT's youth justice system, and rejected his own expert panel's advice to build a new centre to replace the notorious Dondale Detention Centre back in 2010. He's now the Housing Minister, a portfolio that's brought a string of controversies for the accident-prone MP.
Since September last year, we heard about Whinge residents being left to fend for themselves for months while their houses were being upgraded.
It was then revealed the government had spent $82,000 building 2 tin sheds that were allegedly designed for Aboriginal people to live in.
Last year, the decision of the Barunga Housing Reference Group to give a house to a young woman with a child was ignored, and the house was given to a government employee instead.
But the Chief Minister is still standing by his troubled colleague.
I think the Minister is doing an excellent job in a difficult policy area, and he has the support, he has the full support of our government.
Matt Cunningham, Sky News, Darwin.